This is KARK4 Today in high definition.
Financial planning can seem overwhelming. You probably have a lot of questions. Well, this month, our financial expert, Garrison with Asset Protection Wealth Management, is going to answer some of the most common questions that he hears from people at his seminars or during one-on-one consultations. Gary, welcome.
Thank
I know
you.
a lot of
Thanks
people have questions about where to invest today. It seems like the stock market is really volatile.
It is, and that's probably the single biggest question we get when I'm having consultations is what do we do with our money? You know, we're about to retire, we're retired, and we can't earn any interest at the bank. Bank rates are at historic lows, and the stock market is just, so volatile. People are scared of that.
So where do we put our money?
Well, there's a couple of ideas that we have. If you want to be in the market, one good way is to invest in an ETF with a covered call program, which is a platform that we offer. And it allows you to get 70% of the upside of the market while only experiencing 30% of the downside. So a significant reduction in risk. Another opportunity, if you don't want to be in the market at all, would be a fixed indexed annuity. Those work well sometimes for people that are looking to completely avoid market risk, yet still participate in the upside.
So it really has to do with what stage you are in life. And I know the folks getting close to retirement might want to make sure that their income won't decrease in the future. So what do you tell those folks? You get that question a lot?
We do. That's another very common question that we get. Obviously, if you're retired, you want to know where your income's coming from. And another opportunity is to invest in an immediate annuity, which will guarantee that you get a set amount of income for either the rest of your life or just for a fixed period. It could be 5 or 10 or 15 years, whatever works for you. And if it's non-IRA money, 90 to 95% of every payment you get is income tax-free.
Hey, that's a deal right there.
It is a deal.
That's very attractive for those folks. Okay, I know the world has changed a lot.
Yes.
And a few years ago, if maybe your stocks fell in value, you would just tell folks to ride it out because it'll eventually come back up.
Right.
Do we still give that advice?
I don't think that's good advice anymore. Back in the 90s, that worked pretty well, but anymore, it's not good advice because you really can't afford, with the market changing as rapidly as it does, you can't afford to sit on a bad investment. And so, we recommend working with money managers that are professional, that actually work and buy and sell on your behalf so that they can react quickly to changes in the market. And that tends to work very, very well. When the market turns up as well, you're now positioned to capture better gains.
And I know one of the other big questions you get has to do with Social Security income and paying taxes on that. What's that?
Yes, we get a lot of, all of our workshops that we do and meetings, people are very concerned about paying taxes on their Social Security. And one way to minimize and sometimes even eliminate that is to look at reducing the taxes on any unearned interest income that you might have. That's on line 8A and 9A of your tax return. And for people that are not using that interest to live on, utilize a method called tax deferral. And by doing so, you will sometimes reduce or eliminate the tax on your Social Security. So it works really, really well.
Hey, a lot of good tips this morning. A lot of people out there might be saying, I need to talk to a professional. How can we find someone who's really qualified to help us out?
I would look for a registered investment advisory firm. Those are people that are actually held to fiduciary standards, not just suitability standards, and they're legally required to put the client's interest first.
So that's the most ethical place to go. You're going to get someone in your corner helping you out, not trying to pitch their stock or something like that.
That's right. Yes.
All right, Garrison, thank you so much for being here as always.
Thanks for having me, Wendy.
Can't wait to have you back next time.
Thank you very much.